Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom. This is what I look like after a nap, shower, walk the dogs, spend my time trying to figure out what one of the dogs, the youngest, came back with. She thinks everything's a game. I'm afraid she came back with half the neighbor's cat. Had a dog for as long as I can remember to the 9th grade, then had another dog from 2 weeks after that until he died in my arms after I carried him back up the hill twice. He was part Dobie and part Pit, I guess, from the size of him. So don't get me wrong, I love dogs. But you can't let a dog that is now as big as the other dogs, the boxer and the half dingo. She's at least that size. Not in height, but in weight. She's kind of wide. And she considers going outside playtime. Anything that runs from her, she considers a play toy. I really hope it wasn't the neighbor's cat. If you've got cats and you let them out, they're not going to come back with part of something somebody named, raised, took to the vet, worried about, and loved in their mouth. They're going to come home with a mole, a squirrel, a mouse, a bird, something that, could probably really offend somebody from the Autobahn who tagged it, but Marlon Perkins used to do that a lot, but that's before most of your time. Sunday night. World of Disney show for an hour, then What was the name of that show? It was something about wildlife, and it was hosted by Mutual of Omaha and Marlon Perkins and his buddy Sam, who Marlon will now... We'll switch over to Marlon, who plans on sedating this alligator. My buddy Sam here is going to go get the alligator out of the water and hold its mouth shut while I put a tranquilizer in its butt. Turned out Sam owned property on Cumberland Plateau. And followed by that was the local mystery of the week, which could be McMillan and Wife, it could be Banachek, it could be Columbo, it could be... The one made from the Clint Eastwood movie where he's an out west cowboy and rides along with the New York police. He wanted to say there's a Mac in that too, but I don't think so. Anyway, that was my thing about dogs. That's why we have a leash law in this state. I'm going to ask Tom tomorrow if he's seen his cat lately. There's something else I meant to ask him. Oh, where his property line ends, because I'm quite sure his property line ends way before the other guy's field starts. And I'm tired of seeing this guy have all these beautiful pine trees that never get above my waist, because about a month into summer there are leaves on all the other trees around them. And I could grab one or two of these pine trees and put them in this pile of briars. Well, not pile, but group of briars that we have right behind the shed that sticks out as far as the shed and goes back almost to the field. Jan said, "What briars?" I don't know if she thinks they're blueberry bushes. I've never seen a blueberry on one of them. I did see some blueberries on some of the wild ones way out back. Be like one ripe one, 3 red ones, then nothing. Squirrels gotta eat too. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. I just wanted to rant about that. I've tuned into the blues on APSU. A lot of really great basketball on today. I just kind of got basketballed out yesterday. And there's also an NCIS marathon going on, and there's all sorts of stuff on the movie channels I've never seen. Some of it I've never wanted to, and I found those to be some of the best movies I've ever seen. I'd go through the library and I'd pick up, all right, this is a classic, I want to see it again. That one I've always heard about, wanted to see. That one I've always heard about, wanted to see. That one I've always heard about, wanted to see. What the hell is this? Well, let's take it. And some really good movies that way. Anyway, this is what happens when Tom switches off coffee. I'm breaking my own rule, though. This is the very last cup of my Dr. Thunder. So it's something with caffeine in it. My rule is no caffeine afternoon. But as much as I've been sleeping lately, that's pretty much all I've been doing. So, we'll see. I'm going to call the, I already talked about that one. I'm also going to check with Texas and see if they have any special programs for people who didn't come over the fence. I know if I came over the fence, I could get some property. But, if I could get some property out there, like really cheap, like $500 for half an acre, someplace that has city water, very unlikely. Or at least has water and a septic tank and electric. I could get a trailer from the trailer wholesale auction place in Cookeville. I'm told that you can get good trailers, even up to double wides, for $1,000 to $3,000. And then moving them is at least $1,500, but moving all the way to Texas, I'd say I could probably triple that. I'd pay more for the transportation than I would for the trailer. But it'd be mine. No monthly payments, no nothing. Or I could do it on credit because my credit score has gone up so friggin' much. I checked it last year and I was 350. Now I'm this close to 700. Feels good to get that way. And I got all my stuff in the past week or so from United Healthcare, my new secondary insurance, because they looked into it and they said, not only do you have Medicare, you've got Medicaid and you've got TennCare, which nobody from Medicaid or TennCare ever bothered to tell me. Would have been nice to have had those cards present when I went to some of my procedures, but plus I could have ridden the bus for free, the van that picks up injured people and disabled people and takes them places. It's $3 or $4 in town, it's $15 each way to go to Nashville. That's $30 I didn't have to spend that day. But you know how the government is. At least I do. I worked for them for 15 years. State level. So they sent me a list of all my benefits. I've earmarked all the pages of providers I need to see. I get 2 dental visits a year, and they'll pay up to $1,000 for dental work. I may be able to get my braces again. And both the doctors, the dentists that I was seeing, are on the list. Now the orthodontist, I don't give a damn if they're on the list or not, because I told them, look, I'm making some money now, I can start paying you. When we get back to even, can I get the braces back on, or pay ahead a little bit? And they said, well, doctor whatever doesn't usually take patients that he's kicked off. And that's the last I've heard from them, so fuck them. And the doctor in Nashville, who was going to break my jaw again, split my palate, widen it, going in through my sinuses. Sounds like a real dream. He got it approved through United Healthcare. Guess who my new provider is? That's right, United Healthcare. Same provider I had when I was at Convergys. So we'll see what we can get worked. It's a slow process. I don't expect anything quick. I'll go to the dentist first. Alright, anyway, I'm still trying to find a way to get to see these trailers in East Tennessee for the disabled. There's 2 of them up for rent to own. Be about $150 more a month than I want to pay. It's $450 a month. But if I was just sitting around doing nothing, I probably wouldn't need a lot of money anyway, huh? And they're not walking distance from anything near as I can tell. Anyway, there's my rant. Anderson out.